Hey everyone, how are you today? Today's a cloudy day. I think it's in the mid 60s, but gardening work continues. So today I want to transplant my 2 roses. I've mentioned how I've wanted to transplant these 2 roses, the Pilgrim. Those were ones I had received recently, and I bought the big plastic containers at Home Depot, if you guys remember. So I haven't been that thrilled with them, and they started to show signs of the mildew, powdery mildew. So I think I've cleared that up, but I still just don't feel comfortable because they're going to be in these pots probably for a little over a month from now, and I just want to make sure, just for peace of mind, I just want to transplant them in the 2 new wooden barrels that I had got. So now that makes me having 6 of these barrels. So I'll talk about that fun stuff that I have plans for with that later on. But so let's get transplanting, and like I always say, let's go have some fun, okay? Come on. These are the pots that I'm going to be transplanting. So let's get my butterfly bush out of here. So I can have a little bit more room. All right, so let me give you guys an example of one of the looks that I was thinking of for the barn, okay? So what I was saying before, I can dump these upside down. I don't know if glue's going to hold it. Keith will know what to do with it. But I figured this would be a great higher table to put in the men's section at the bridal barn. You know, we could put, I don't know, magazines on it, lamps on it. It would be some type of a decorative display. But won't that look really cool? That would definitely fit in the farm feel, the barn feel. So these pots are going to go to good use. So I didn't buy them just for nothing. The plastic ones here, I'm sure I'll use them for something, but they won't be used for something that's a permanent thing, because I'm just not bonkers about plastic pots, which I've already said to you guys before. All right, so we are going to transfer these over. So I'm going to have to, let me take this lattice off of here for now. Oops, and I just lost some of the petals, but that's expected because our weather is not fantastic today. The temperature's not bad though. It's not too cool and it's not too hot, so this is good weather to work in. If you hear that banging, Keith's doing the brakes on our truck. That's what's nice about having a handy guy. He can do a lot of stuff. All right, so I'm going to leave the Rose of Sharon there because I'm not going to put the pots in any different spots. Wow. All right, I'm going to have to go get the dolly because that is a heavy pot. So I'm going to move that. All right, so let's do that. All right. Let me shift this one over there. And I want to put this one. Now this. All right, what am I going to do here? Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. All right, let's put that in the same spot. Ah, that was easier than... I'm pretty impressed with myself. It's a lot easier than I expected. This is the... Hold on a second. I need more iced coffee. Do you ever make those coffees and they just really hit the spot? Well, that's my second one, and it's really hitting the spot. These tags that you get, this is David Austin's tag. For the time being, I just fold it in half because it's got the name on it, and I just tuck it in the pot just to help me remember who's who, because that's important. All right, so we are going to get my little shovel, and we're going to transplant this baby. All right, so we are going to get to it. Hopefully I won't have my back to you guys. All right, so I'm just going to take off the top layers here. Yeah, the roots are exposed on this one, which should not be. It's like it watered away. You know, I can't blame the pots 100% because it might not have been the pots, obviously. But yeah, those should not be exposed like that. Because the other four that I have, well, I have 3 used up so far for the other ones, and I don't see any issues whatsoever. All right, so if that is that high, what I might have to do is, I talk out loud, can you tell? Which is a good thing, so you guys can understand what the heck I'm doing. Since the roots are very high here, I think I'm going to transplant it just a little bit lower in there to make sure that these roots are covered. Let's get this over here. Huh. I never noticed that about the roots exposed like that. Well, that's why it's good that I'm doing this now, right? I hope you all can see. Let me just move back a little bit just in case you can't. Okay. All right, I'm going to have to... I think I might have to go get that other bag of soil to fill this up a little bit more. And hopefully I don't sniffle too much, guys, because I sniffle an awful lot on these videos. But that's expected because I'm got my face right in my roses, right? Okay. Let's see if I can... These suckers are sharp. No kidding, Gigi. I don't know if I can get a hold of it or not. I don't want to rip the roots. Shoot. Alright, well, it definitely has all kinds of roots going on here. Oh, the baby roots. But this will actually give me practice for when we transplant them up on the hill. I don't know. That's going to be an interesting project. Getting them out of here and getting them in the ground. I don't know why. That doesn't want to stay. It's wobbly. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get my big shovel. Hold on. Let me go get that. All right, so let's see here. What can I do here? Huh. Interesting. They definitely have grown very nicely. All right, there we go. Okay, so that's good. Oh gosh, guys. Did you guys see my other video just recently about the bugs I got? Oh, you got to see that. That is hysterical. I'm just gonna have. I'm gonna be jittery for a while. Of all things, I'm really getting into gardening, and I don't like bugs. That's quite comical, isn't it? All right, so all right, let's see if we can get a little bit more dirt in the bottom of there. Okay. Just trying to do this so I don't get the, don't break up the root system here. Now, the soil is really wet, which is obviously expected because we've had rain. These pots are definitely the dirt's really wet. And this was my concern. My opinion is they're just not breathing well. The soil's not breathing well in these plastic containers. The wooden containers, you know how wood expands and so forth, and for temperatures and everything. I think overall they're just healthier in them. I don't know. All right, this is a lot harder than I expected. I'm trying to figure out how. All right, I guess I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, right? Because everybody knows that, or you might be learning it for the first time, but roses do not like wet feet. They don't grow well in it. All right, let me put her up there like this and see. Oh, shoot. Oh, this is going to not feel good if I get pricked. Oh, son of a gun. Whew, I did it, guys. It's just awkward being in these positions, you know? All right, I'm going to take these down because I trimmed those a little bit. So let's move these out of the way. And let's see. All right, stay there like that, baby. All right, I had to get a little bit more soil. This is all the soil I have left. So I'm probably going to have to definitely get some more for the other pot. I'm just so much happier, guys, that I'm doing this, honestly. I feel much better about this a lot. I'm glad I did not wait because, like I just said earlier, did not notice that the baby roots were exposed on this other one. Nice little pincher. At least I'm familiar with what a pincher looks like. You know, those bugs that I saw that was in that container, I didn't know what they were. I haven't had a chance to Google. I'm going to just snapshot my video to see if Google can tell me what kind of a bug that was. Or bugs. Let's make it plural. But it was gross. I think it was just more, I think it just seemed more gross because it was unexpected. You don't expect to see something like that, you know, which is, I'm sure it's common. I'm not going to blame the farm because I know that stuff can come along with it. Like when I was watching a YouTube video, when I was watching Laura on Garden Answer, they were unloading a shipment at her mother's garden store, and there was a snail in the package. So it's, you know, crap happens, you know. But I just didn't expect it, so I think that that's what really threw me off. Wow, this soil is really wet. And these wooden containers have nice, good size holes in them, so that makes me feel good. And I left them up on the bricks because I like to, you know, put my pots on either the pot claws or bricks or whatever. The other ones aren't on bricks, but I'm okay with it because, again, the holes are good size and everything will drain into the ground. These ones, we had to drill holes in them. I'm sure you saw that when we drilled the holes. Oh my gosh, I got to get in the habit of being very careful. Ow, that sucker hurt. I'm going to get those gloves, or they have sleeves. I don't know if I want the sleeves. I mean, in the fall, I'm going to wear long sleeve shirts. But, you know, they've got gloves that you can wear that are up here, and they've got long zippers, and they also have sleeves. So my glasses are fogging up. I have to get some more rose tone. All right, so I'm only going to put this because I did disrupt it a little bit, okay? And I want to just stick a little bit of rose tone and mix it in the soil. You know, because this around the time we got to stop fertilizing our roses so they don't, you know, they're going to grow. Obviously, they're going to still grow and they're going to get blooms and everything, but you don't want to just keep fertilizing them because they got to start getting ready for getting dormant for the winter time. I mean, these guys will still bloom in the fall, but you don't want to encourage all this heavy growth that they're going to put their energy into because they need to start getting ready for the winter. But because I did what I did, I just want to give it a little bit of the rose tone to give them that little extra boost. All right, I think what I'm going to do is just now, I've got all of those roots covered. I think I'm going to fill wood chips on the top so I can conserve on, you know, I'm not going to sacrifice their root system and everything just to save on dirt because I don't want to do that. But I think I'm going to be okay enough to be able to put the wood chips on top, and that will protect it. Let's get every little bit out of here. Oh, I can't say it enough, guys. I'm so glad that I'm doing this. I just feel so much better. So much better. and I will use those for something. All right, so let me get the wood chips. So let me go get that. All right, so let's fill this up a little bit here. Protect those little babies. All right, I just want to make sure I have it up against the root system there to make sure it's protected. And she is good to go. I'm going to keep saying it, guys. I'm so happy I did this. I feel really good. And you know what? I'm going to keep going back to what I've been saying all along. I'm glad this is happening all now before we move up to Hillsville permanently, because I'm just learning more and more as I go and what to do. Oh my God, I'm looking at Gertrude Jekyll over there, and one of the blossoms, the roses, has bloomed and it looks gorgeous. I'm going to pop a picture up here of it. Oh my gosh, she's stunning. She hasn't given me multiple flowers all at once. And I think, well, not I think, it's just she's putting all that energy in just to grow tall, because she is a climber and she's pouring all her energy into that. So not most of the energy is going into giving me blooms, but she'll give me 2 to 3 blooms at a time. And I'm okay with that. You know, she needs that time to get stronger and grow and get prepared and everything for the winter time. So I'm all right with that. But when I get them, oh my gosh, she is just, in the fragrance, holy Toledo. Her fragrance is so strong. It's so beautiful. Oh, just that old fashioned rose smell, you know. Oh, I can't wait till I have her in either the rose garden or the secret garden. I haven't decided where I'm going to put her yet. I'm going to pair her with my pink Eden. So they're going to do very well together because they're very similar in the color shades and everything. So I'm excited, but I will give you a close-up of her because she's beautiful right now. Get another boost of my coffee. You could probably hear me slurping that, right? All right, so let's see how we're going to get into the other pot over here. And I'm probably going to have to pull it back a little further. But if you have not seen already, these are the plastic pots. You know, we drilled more holes in the back. Again, some of you guys might do perfectly fine with them. I don't know if you might use them indoor plants. I don't know, but they just weren't working for me. So again, I'm happy that I did this. So let's move this stuff over. Just keep on going here, guys. So hopefully you can get a good view. So let's move my wood chips over here. All right, so let's, where do I want to put this one? Maybe I'll put this one there. When you're dealing with real heavy pots, you gotta kind of have a plan of action. You know, let's put that there for now. Because I think what I'm gonna do, see if I can do this, because these are heavy with, when you got soil and stuff in them. And my flower. And it wasn't a pollinator, it was a bug that I don't want in there. All right, so let's see if I can do this. I don't know how far I'm going to be able to go with this guy. Oh, did you get that one on camera? Me falling over think that's gonna be good. Oh, I'll use this one for her over here. And I'll switch them out. Okay, so I might have to move you guys so you can get a better view, because this is going to be behind this one over here. Alright, let's balance it like that, and let's move you guys. I took the top layer off and started to fill it into the new container that I'm putting them in, the wooden one. Alright, so I'm going to lift this up a little bit so I can... Wow, you should see all of the baby roots that are going all over the place. It makes me happy to see that, because it's growing and it's liking the soil that I gave it and everything. So I'm going to do the same thing I did with my first one. Try to get out all of this excess soil as well as I can. And this seems like this one's gonna be a little bit easier to get out. Maybe I'm just because I'm familiar with how it went the first time. All right, so it's not quite. All right, it's not quite as full as I want it to over there. All right, let's just keep digging, Gigi. I got that other rose. I got the other rose coming in from Grace Rose Farms. I have the other Stephen Rulo coming in on Tuesday. So make sure that you guys look for that video, because that's where we're going to see if I've got more bugs or not. So that would be kind of comical to see my reaction if there's, there's more bugs in it. Oh, Jiminy Crickets. Oh, you got to see that one, guys. Honestly, that's going to be priceless. All right, so let me see how I'm going to do this. All right, I think this is going to be high enough here. The neighborhood's starting to come alive, guys. It's a little later in the morning than what they typically are, but all right, so let's see if I can get this in here. All right. I would like this to be a little bit higher. Yeah, I want to get that a little bit higher. So I want to see if I can pick that up a little bit. Let's see how I'm going to do this. Ow, that whacked my knee. That felt good. All right, let's see if I can move her over a little bit. If that works. And let's move some of this soil over. Okay. All right, I think I did it, guys. Let's hope I did. And I'm gonna also put a little bit of rose tone in there, like I did the first one. can't believe all these baby roots. My gosh. All right. All right, that's just enough. Mix it up a little bit here. All right, let's fill her with the rest of this. And I think I'm going to have enough soil here, guys. I'm going to be putting the wood chips on top. Just want to make sure I get all those roots covered. I think they're going to be very happy in these pots, honestly. All right, let's get it over there. All right, so I think I can scoop the rest out with my shovel. Make sure I got those covered. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Let's get her looking pretty there. I think she's gonna love her new home. Don't get too comfortable, because you're gonna be going on the farm soon. Which I can't wait. Gosh, I can't wait. Can't get here any quicker. She's good. I think she's good to go. Whew. A lot of, and I keep forgetting to use my nailing pad. I really got to get in the habit of doing that, because I'm going to hurt my back too much, but I get so into it, and I have to move around a lot. All right, so let's get some wood chips on top of her. All right, so there you go. Whew. We did it. We got these girls in their new home. Okay, I got to go around and dehead a little bit. There's not too many to dehead here. But I think they're going to be really happy here. Honestly, I'm happy. I might be more happier than them, but they'll like the new home. So this one did not get, I don't know if you can see that. Isn't that beautiful? I love it when it first starts to bloom. The yellow is just so beautiful. But it's exciting because I'm seeing, all new buds starting to come about. And I was just going to say, I don't see any more powdery mildew, but, I did spray these guys last night. I did spray them a little bit more because I noticed a lot more spots on Thomas A. Beckett. I saw some more, which I didn't really like seeing that. But anyways, I cut those off and I kind of trimmed them down a little bit because they were getting, if you saw in another one of my video, I keep saying that. You got to watch my videos. But I cut him back a little bit because he had some branches that were, almost getting close to 5 feet tall, and it was too straggly. So I just kind of rounded him off a little bit. When we get up to the hill, then I'll be able to decide how big, because they're going to have a lot more space there. So I'm just going to kind of let them be free and let them want to do what they want to, let them do what they want to do, which you should, right? Other than just, I mean, these ones are fine because they're all the same height, and they want, well, take this back. This is the Pilgrim. This is a Climbing Rose. Excuse that one. But Thomas A. Becket also looks, you know, some of the branches are like this. So I just made them all even. That's all. It wasn't like a hard prune by any means. This is not the time to be doing hard prunes. But took some of those down. But the only reason why I started taking them down like that is because all the leaves had all of these spots on them. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just get rid of it. Let's get rid of all the not so good leaves, and let's get it back on track. But those two are the only ones that I really, you know, these ones started, these two are the troublemakers. They started it. But that's where I started to see Thomas A. Becket get more so with the leaves. So that's when I cut those back. But everybody else, they're doing good. You know, other than the tough thing is when we do get this rain, you know, they get the buds get wilty and a little waterlogged, you know, and you just trim those off. There's just nothing you can do. When it rains, it rains. You can't control it, right? So I can't wait till we get the sun back here again, which is going to be in a couple more days from now. Dry these guys out and get them back on track. But this was fun. I just love being out in my garden. I enjoy this so much. But as I'm looking around, and I got to dehead some of these ones that are here. Dehead them and let them grow some new ones, right? So anyways, thank you guys for following along today. And you will definitely see me back real soon, okay? So have a phenomenal weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. So pretty. Just because I want a fresh start. I don't know if you can see. Let's see here. Can you see that?